Hello good people of the internet, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who haven't been here before, hi, I'm Alma and I hope that you stick around. So today's video is going to be a non-beauty, non-makeup related video. I thought since we are now approaching the most stressful week before Christmas, the day that I filmed this, Christmas Eve is actually a week away, and when this video gets posted, it's even closer. So that's why I'd like you to sit down, relax, and listen to my Christmas tag. Now let's go. Well, this is actually the first year that my winter depression hasn't kicked in. So when like a foot of snow appeared the other day, I was very ambivalent about it because for the past few years I've come to hate the snow, which I talked about in that previous tag. So I was set in my ways like, I don't want the snow, you can go away. But then my inner child was like, it's snowing, it's snowing. I definitely want a white Christmas. And when this snow appeared, I was like, well, now you can stay over Christmas. But rain has been forecasted. It will disappear right before Christmas. So you can definitely tell that I've become an adult because when people have asked me, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, well, you know, I got everything, so I really don't know what I want. But I know I told my mom that I'd like a casserole, and yeah, a coffee machine is also on the top of my list. Well, this little tree right here is actually a little representation of how I decorate my Christmas tree. This year I don't have a tree. Last year I didn't have a tree at all. I didn't even put up this tree. But I usually decorate my tree with red and gold baubles, and I also have these vintage baubles. And ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to decorate my tree with burlap, so that's also something that I do. And then I have some angel wings for those who have passed, and then I have a star at the top of my tree. No. I'm what I like to call a speed shopper. So it doesn't really matter when I start my Christmas shopping. This year I finished in like not even 2 hours, I think. I got home from work and I was like, oh, I'm so tired. But then I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna do my Christmas shopping right now. And I was like in and out, an hour and a half, and I was done. So yeah, I'm a speed shopper, and I start late, but I get things done when I start. I would say so, yeah. I don't remember how old I was, but I can remember that I told my parents that I wished for like a pretty bag, like a pretty purse. And I remember receiving this beautiful brown genuine leather bag, and I actually still got it, and I know that it also was a little more expensive than the regular purses and bags that you get at like H&M. So for me that was pretty luxurious, yes. This I actually think is the Norwegian equivalent to a rocky road. I have no idea if it's a tradition outside of Norway, but it is a tradition for my family, and that is to make this cake that is called delfiakake, which is basically a cake with fat and chocolate, and then simon and biscuits, and some people put marzipan in. That is a staple in our family, at least for me. I was very ambivalent if I was going to include this question or not, but here goes. Hi, this is Editing Anna. Before we move on to the answer to this question, I do want to preface that this answer does contain sensitive subjects such as cancer and death, and is in general pretty sad. So if you do want to skip this answer, then move right along to the timestamp on the screen right now. Or if you're ready, Here's my answer. My worst Christmas must have been 2013. 2013 in general was a pretty weird year for me and for my family. First of all, we lost my grandmother. Second of all, my biggest fear, as irrational as it sounds, since age 9 came true, which was to get appendicitis. And my grandpa got diagnosed with cancer. Me and my grandpa were very close, so understandably, I took this very hard. And I also realized pretty quickly which way it would go. He got diagnosed in May and his health got progressively worse. In the end of November, the doctor said that there was nothing more they could do for him, so we just had to make his last Christmas as special as we could. And then December rolls around and nobody in my family was in the Christmas spirit at all. I was like, no, not now. I don't want Christmas now. No, it's not happening. We didn't want to celebrate Christmas at all. We kept it together for my grandpa because we wanted to make the last Christmas that he had special. And then it became like a nice last Christmas for him. His health deteriorated during the holidays and 3 weeks later he passed. So yeah, that was definitely my worst Christmas yet. Last year I spent Christmas with my mom and my dad at my sister's house with her husband and her stepchildren, and then my brother-in-law's parents were also there. So it was a nice and quiet Christmas Eve. Quite the contrast I think that will be this year. But it's okay. It's gonna be nice. I'm kind of looking forward to this year's Christmas Eve. Are there any new favorites?
One eternity later.
Last year, a Norwegian artist named Victoria Nadine released a song about not looking forward to Christmas. So I'd say that that is my new favorite Christmas song. Of course, it's the Polar Express. No, I haven't, but I'd love to do that someday. In an attempt to get into the Christmas spirit every year, I usually wear red lips. This year I've actually not used a red lip that often, and for work we actually wear these head things because our uniform is black, so we need some color, at least on our head. So yeah, that's the special thing that I wear, I guess. Red lips and a festive hat. I'm not gonna say that here, but if you know, you know. Actually, when I was a kid and before Halloween became a thing, we would dress up as little elves and walk around from door to door and sing Christmas carols. And when we were done singing, people would hand us candy. So this is sort of Christmas equivalent of trick-or-treating. And this also happened between Christmas and New Year's. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. I think Halloween has taken over for that. Considering I have some bad memories of snowball fights, I'd say making snow angels is what I prefer to do. I like to think that I'm on the nice list, so we'll see. I gotta be me. C'est moi. Which is a very big contrast to how I was as a kid. I would always be the one who started to listen to Christmas music like in August. I would start to hand out my Christmas wish list in July. I used to be not Scrooge, but I kind of feel like I have become one. When I was a child, I would always write for my brother. I remember this one year that he wrote the letter and he was like, we have to write it in English because you know Santa is American. And I was like, okay, well, let's do that. I can't remember what it said, but I do remember that he read it back to me and I was like, yes, that sounds good. If the letter actually said what he read, I don't know, but that's a fond memory of what I used to leave out for Santa. No, I don't. Yay! If I have to choose, I think I'd go with Mariah Carey. Well, I like the sentiment of sending Christmas cards, but I never do it. I do remember I would write out Christmas cards when I was a kid, but I don't think I sent them. I want to, yes, but I don't do it. Considering now that COVID is sort of over and we are now exposed to all the things that we weren't exposed to during lockdown, I think what would make this a Merry Christmas for me is that my family and my friends are healthy and happy. So healthy and happy, family and friends, that is what's gonna make a Merry Christmas for me. So that was it for the 24 questions of this Christmas tag. Now, if you want to answer these questions for yourself or send them to someone, then check them out in the description box. And if you made it this far, then thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I wish you a peaceful, joyful Christmas. So, Merry Christmas.